What's cracking, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It's your boy C-Dub, Chris Woodburn, coming at you with another reaction. Today we got the Crusher, Rachel Cushing, taking on the Inglorious One, Sam Levine. This is going to be a battle for the ages. Let's get it cracking.
Mr. Knapsack, the match starts in 1 minute.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll be right there. If you've never played Vikings before, this is the perfect time to start. The new game version is marvelous. The game resembles like top PC strategy games of the 90s and 2000s. I used to love those, and we were all crazy about them. And now it's finally on mobile, so you can easily play it during a 5-minute break at work. Dominate by destroying cities, build impregnable fortresses, or use your diplomacy skills to rule the world. I personally prefer destroying cities, one burning city at a time. That's how I play. How do you play?
And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Let's get ready to Schmoedown! Download Vikings using the links in the description below. Get your initial protection shield for free and my special bonus of 200 pieces of gold. You're going to need that for a great start.
This is where we continue on our path. This is where we, pull ourselves up, do a great job. It's not going to be easy. McWeenie, Sam, these guys are tough competitors. It's too bad we had such a tough match for our first match back off of a loss, but that just fuels our fire, I think.
Rachel Cushing advancing to the next round for the steal and a possible win. Could be the game.
I'm sorry, but it's Tim Curry.
And your winner by way of knockout, Rachel the Crusher Cushing, 16-3.
I'm getting more confidence with each win. That's where I'm going. And like I said, I've had problems pulling answers in the past, and this confidence boost is going to make that easier. And I think I can go toe to toe with the big guys now.
And literally just said the
Do I fear Rachel Cushing? There is no way around this, yes. She is the fiercest competitor still left in the Ultimate Schmoedown singles tournament.
I have stood my ground. I have improved my round ones. I don't get as frazzled under the lights as I used to. I'm here to play, and I'm here to play well, and I'm here to get to the final.
Crusher, baby.
Schmoedown singles tournament. That is Ken Knapsack. I am Mark Ellis, and we have some movie trivia to discuss today, Kenny boy.
Absolutely. I've stopped playing the Movie Trivia Schmoedown app just long enough to be here for the opening match of the semifinal.
That's how you plug something, kids.
What a battle we have here today between Rachel the Crusher Cushing and the Inglorious One, Sam Levine. I mean, these guys quite different stories to get to this point.
Different stories. They've been both handling their wins, their losses with the class that we would expect from a Sam Levine and a Rachel Cushing. Now that we've gotten to know them a little bit, I mean, for Sam Levine, he came into the league last year, and you look at Levine, and he's great at movie knowledge, and we assumed that would correspond to his just dominating in the movie trivia Schmoedown. And he had an okay season. I think he went 3-2, and then he got to the Ultimate Schmoedown last year, and he lost to some guy whose nickname's a vegetable. Can you believe it? And then he started out
Pete.
this year with, it was not that guy. He started out this year with the loss, but he rebounded quickly. He actually won the free-for-all way back in April, and then he got this close to defeating Dan Merle, the champ, at the collision, and then since then he's been on fire with his partner Drew McWeeny going through the team Schmoedown, and now he finds himself in the singles against Rachel Cushing, who is not to be taken lightly, Ken.
Absolutely. You know, Sam's got those big wins over the Beast and Roca, but the Crusher has had an absolutely meteoric rise in the Schmoedown, and I believe is a clear front runner for Rookie of the Year. She began her career, as I know very well, and the fans know, in the teams division with the Nerds Watch team we formed. And I will say this without a doubt, she was the anchor of the team, getting us to a #1 contenders match at a shot at the collision, and we came up short against Team Modak. I lost my smile. It wasn't her fault. She is just a crusher out there. The nickname is true. Our team future may be in doubt. We're still trying to work it out. Basically, I'm trying to find my fire again.
He's playing the app a lot.
McWeeny and Sam knocked us out. So this is a little bit of a revenge tour, possibly, and we'll see what she has to say about that. Cushing is a triple threat. She's also competed and won and made her mark in the inner geekdom. She just missed out on a #1 contender spot against Jeremy Johns, and she came up short in the now defunct elimination speed round. So she beat Mike Kalinowski during her a special shot in that fatal four-way. She had a point being, she knows what she's doing when it comes to competing in these big matches.
Both of the competitors you're about to see today totally earned their way into the semifinals of the singles tournament, and there's not a lot of smack talk you're about to see, but it'd be great if all the other competitors in the movie Trivia Schmoedown would just watch how these interviews went and maybe take some sort of a sophistication class from them. Here's the tape.
It's hard to believe, but we are here at the semifinals of the Ultimate Schmoedown singles tournament, and I'm still alive and playing. This is an amazing feeling, and I'm kind of ready to go.
I still cannot believe that I have gotten this far. I am as surprised as many of you, and apologies to all of those brackets that I have busted by wiping the floor with John Roca, which, oh God, I'm really never gonna not be happy about that.
Today, I play Sam Levine, and there is some history here. Not only was he once considered to be a possible partner for me, but him and his teammate, Drew McWeeny, knocked me and my teammate, Ken Knapsack, out of the team's tournament. So I'm not big on the whole revenge thing, but I won't lie and say that's not in the back of my mind.
You know, a lot of people are saying luck is on my side, and I think the only thing that might have changed is the fact that Drew and I have been playing together now. We had a great run in the team tournament. We're really looking forward to the finals. And also, I slayed a dragon.
I don't know anybody who can be mad at Sam Levine. I certainly can't. The guy's a player. His 2 matches were incredible. I do not underestimate this guy. But at the same time, he's in my way.
If I could somehow defeat Rachel and move on to the finals and be playing for both titles at the Schmoedown Spectacular, I might have to kill a whole bunch more dragons.
I don't know how much I want to admit this, but I really, really want to play for the title. Because I have come this far, it's only one more step, one more match. Sam's the only one who stands in my way of playing for this tournament's title, and I want it.
If today spells the end of the road for me, I did beat Bibiani and Roca, and all of you who slept on me in your brackets, sorry.
This is the semifinals. One more step for me to get to that final. Sam, I love you, but I got to go through you. And the last thing I have to say to you is...
Crusher! Yeah!
Yeah, was that hard?
That was it. You see,
Yeah, you're a little informative.
Sam is almost convinced he's going to lose today, but you have to know, is that a mind game? Is it a mind game for himself? Is he trying to trick himself into confidence?
You think they're being too modest.
But Rachel is here. She knows she belongs, and these big victories are proving what she already knows. It's proving it to the competitors and the fans of the Schmoedown, and she is still ready to crush Sam Levine.
You know, I went to Men's Warehouse to buy this shirt, and they're doing my measurements, and you know what they use to do measurements?
Tape. Oh, a segue to Tales of the Tape. Let's look at Rachel Cushing here. Her strengths are classics, Oscars, and making you realize you need to watch more films. Sam Levine, the Inglorious One, his strengths are 80s, dramas, and reconciling with the wheel. He had some problems with the wheel, but they worked it out, and we're happy for those two crazy kids.
They are in therapy. They have graduated. They got their Scouts badge. And now, on to a match that I hope will be as good as my Tail of the Tape segue. Ken Knapsack, are you ready to introduce the competitor?
I'm ready, Mark. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. 3 rounds to a finish in the semifinals, the Ultimate Schmoedown Singles Division. Introducing first, representing the Nerds Watch, with a record of 3 wins, 0 defeats, and 1 knockout, Rachel the Crusher Cushing. She's got it looks like a digital video disc copy of the Glorious Bastards.
That is DivX or DVD, one or the other digital media.
I hope it's widescreen.
Maybe she's going to get an autograph from Sam Levine.
A baseball bat loaned by Cody Decker.
This isn't looking good.
Right.
She places it on the ground and I shut her. Oh, that's humanity. Oh, the Crusher.
Oh my gosh.
Poor little Sam Levine. They treating that DVD like it's the copy machine from Office.
That is, makes me think of a song I can't sing now. All right. And her opponent, representing above the line, with a record of 5 wins, 4 defeats, and 1 knockout. He is the 2017 Ultimate Schmoedown Team Finalist, the 2017 Free-for-All winner, the Inglorious One, Sam Levine.
Here comes Levine, very calm, collected, Ferris Bueller-y intro. Sam Levine comes out and he says, "Oh yeah," to the crowd.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to thank Rachel for the little bit there with the DVD, which she obviously had to purchase for that bit. So that's 2.5 cents in my pocket.
All right, that's it's a way to look at it.
Collecting those royalties. Sam Levine and Rachel Cushing, we're about to get going here, and we kick off the festivities with round 1. In round 1, each competitor hears 8 questions, and they are for the field. They're from 8 different movie categories. Once you hear the question, please write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard in front of you. Once we ask you to reveal your best attempt at an answer, please show the whiteboard to the cameras at the same time you verbalize it into the microphone. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question, and there is obviously no stealing in round 1. Keep in mind you both have challenges and JTE rules to use at your disposal, but use them wisely. You have a very limited amount. Sam Levine, you are the favorite. How are you feeling?
I mean, I feel all right, I guess. I have this kind of burning thing between my toes.
I was thinking more just on a strictly are you ready to play the match today level.
Oh, no, definitely not.
Oh, okay. Maybe that is the athlete's foot symptoms he was describing. Rachel Cushing, are you ready to go?
I, on the other hand, am very ready.
All right, they're ready. You're ready.
Damn right.
I'm ready. Cody Hall's ready. Let's get ready to
Schmoedown!
8 questions in round 1.
And your first question comes from the world of dramas. And your question is, Andrew Dominic directed Brad Pitt and Scoot McNairy in which crime film?
Convinced Scoot McNairy played for the 1927 Pirates.
He sounds like a tobacco card.
Yeah.
we go. Competitors writing down their answer. Hit 5, 4, 3. Screw it, they already wrote them down. And
7?
Sam Levine, we go to you first.
Killing them softly.
That is correct, and Rachel Cushing.
Couldn't pull it.
All right.
Did
down
not
1.
have it. Did not have it.
All right, guys. Question 2 is in the category of fantasy sci-fi. Fantasy sci-fi. Who plays a younger version of Agent K in Men in Black 3?
I love the first Men in Black.
First Men in Black is spectacular.
Yeah, I don't feel like talking about any of the other
Didn't
films.
even see this one.
And we go in 5, 4, 3,
Josh Brolin.
and 1. Rachel Cushing.
Josh Brolin.
He's on the board with 1 point.
That would be Mr. Diane Lane, Josh Brolin.
Yeah,
Right.
he is correct. And now we move on to question number 3 in the world of animated movies. These are animated movies, and your question is, you'll find a demon-like villain named the Horned King in what Disney animated film? Levine's staring daggers into my eyes as I ask that question, so I had some personal vendetta against him.
Sounds like a Horned King ride at Disneyland, right?
So 5,
I don't know, Ratatouille?
3, 2, and a 1. Sam Levine, you were furiously scribbling at the end of your answer.
I was. Is that Tangled?
It is not.
No.
It's not.
Tangled. Does Rachel Cushing know?
The Black Cauldron.
She
That is
does.
Yep. 45 animated films in 6 weeks. You found one I didn't watch.
Tied ball
Thanks so
game,
much.
and my spies have paid off. Your check is in the mail.
Thanks so
All
much.
right, guys. Question 4
45
is in the category of directors. Directors. Who directed The Hurt Locker and Zero Dark 30?
You watched 40 animated films in the span of 3 days.
That's
Is that even possible?
not recommended.
Your question
All right.
is up in 5,
Catherine Bigelow.
4, 3, 2, 1. Rachel Cushing, do you know who directed those movies?
Catherine Bigelow.
You certainly do
correct.
to Sam Levine.
Give her all the Oscars. Catherine Bigelow.
All right, 3-3 after 4 questions. And now we go to action adventure.
Right.
Your question being, name 1 of the 3 challenges that Indy must pass to reach the Holy Grail in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. We'll be a little liberal with our
Fun fact.
accepting of answers here.
I've never seen any of the original trilogy of Indiana
That's
Jones films.
maybe my favorite
But I
Indiana
did
Jones.
see that
Yeah, I
garbage
have to
film
pass 3
Part
challenges
4.
and go to the bathroom.
One of them is getting out of bed. The next one, I don't know, kidney stones. We'll get into your personal life later. 5,
This
4,
is just a fun guy.
3,
Hot
2,
potato.
1, and pens down. Sam Levine.
Only the penitent man shall pass.
That is correct. That's one of them.
That is correct, and that is going to be the breath of God. Rachel Cushing.
Crossing the invisible bridge. Faith.
That is the path of God, the leap of faith.
Nice.
Yep. Good one. Good one.
Hey, you know what? A
Done it
Nazi
before.
puts a bullet into your daddy, you go get some magic water, and it is still 4-4.
Tie game, tie game. Both have missed one, so we will not have a perfect round. Question 6, we're going back to the category of directors. Who directed the 2007 film The Darjeeling Limited?
You ever have dreams of directing? I do not at
I
all.
I've
did
never
when I
even
took
heard
my
of this
first film
fucking
class and
thing.
got into radio.
God, so much responsibility. Doesn't that look fun at all?
All right.
5, 4. Are you done talking about this?
Yep.
3,
No
2,
idea.
And 1. Let's go to Rachel Cushing with her answer.
Wes Anderson.
That's correct.
Correct. And Sam Levine.
Wes Anderson, who I still think made a mistake by not putting me in the Royal Tenenbaums.
I would sign off on that.
I would have. Yep.
Thank you, guys. Thanks.
Co-signing on that movie. We move on to comedies. Comedies, movies intended to make you laugh. The question is, what is the name of Ernie Hudson's character in 1984's Ghostbusters? We need the first name of Ernie Hudson's character in
Winston.
1984's Ghostbusters.
Tie game here, which is I wouldn't expect anything less here, Mark.
You are just covering up for the fact that you've not seen Ghostbusters.
Yep, that's true.
5,
Winston
4,
Zeddemore.
2.
Can you repeat the question?
Oh, one JT.
Can, that is a JT rule, and your question is, what is the name of Ernie Hudson's character in 1984's Ghostbusters? Once again, Ken Napsok is nuts.
sure what you're talking about.
We'll go in 5, 4,
Winston.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we're going to go to Sam Levine first.
I decided to give you both names. Winston Zeddemore.
Yes,
correct.
you are correct.
That's a lead.
Rachel Cushing?
I said Venkman.
That is incorrect. But
It is
hey,
a character.
still close.
It is a character, and Levine opens up a 1-point lead with one question left in round 1.
Final question. Your 8th in the first round is in the category of Oscars. Oscars. For which role did George C. Scott win but declined to accept the Oscar?
George C. Scott, you know what movie he was great in? Man getting hit in groin with football.
That's Hans Moleman, actually. Is what that
George
is.
C. Scott
Hans
played the role of Hans Moleman. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Rachel Cushing.
Patton.
That's correct.
It is correct. It's Sam Levine at Patton.
Also my favorite comedian. Patton.
Patton, all right.
He's got the lead by 1 after round 1. Sam Levine and Rachel Cushing. Ken, we expected them to come to play. This is the semifinals. You don't just get lucky and bounce your way this deep in the tournament. Right. I think that this score proves that.
Right, and I've seen Rachel and us as a team have kind of warm first rounds, but then really turn it on in the second round, so we'll see if Sam can hold her off. It's a close lead. Sam, before the game, giving her a lot of credit, which is just, but not giving himself enough credit. Was that a trick? Was that a getting psyching himself out kind of play here? Because he is up now and a hard-fought first round.
Can I tell you something?
What's that?
We all know you were on a team with Rachel Cushing. It's like you're name dropping now. Okay, we get it. You guys used to run together.
I don't have.
Used to be friends. We understand that you have her phone number. Okay, we know that you guys are social. You don't have to rub it in everybody's face.
I have two famous friends. It's Rachel Cushing and Cobster. So.
Here he goes with Cobster too. Ken just knows everybody in Hollywood. Cobster, the man he speaks of, on his broad shoulders. The wheel in round 2 comes out, and said wheel can determine your fortune for good or for bad. Each competitor is going to get a spin at that wheel in round 2. Once you hit a category, you can either accept the category or you are allowed one mulligan, at which point you will spin again. Whatever you hit, you must answer 4 questions from that category. Each question is worth 2 points. If you're not sure the answer, you can check the multiple choice, at which point the value of the question goes down to 1. Keep in mind, competitors, there is stealing available. In round 2, there is no penalty for missing a question. Sam Levine, you are not only in the favorite chair, you also have a 1-point lead over Rachel Cushing. Do you want to spin first, or would you like to defer to the Crusher?
Well, I know it's her preferred choice, and so I say I will absolutely let the lady go first.
Okay,
He's
Rachel
such a
Cushing.
gentleman.
Yeah, that.
Cushing will
that
get a
allows-
spin at this.
Back when we used to play, Mark,
Your
we used to like going
dear
first.
friend Rachel Cushing.
Yeah, we used to like play.
And
go
it
first.
looks like we got
Spielberg
Spielberg movies. What is she going to do with this?
I'll keep it and stay far away from movie release dates.
All right, she's gonna go on that there. 4 in this round. You'll miss.
I will administer the
Keep things
question.
honest because
Spielberg.
we're teammates, and that seems to really affect you.
Everybody be aware that Ken Napsok gets a birthday card every year from Rachel Cushing.
That's true.
And from me. And your first question in the world of Steven Spielberg movies is: you will find the character of a young orphan girl named Sophie in what Spielberg film?
Schindler's List.
Correct.
Incorrect. Sam Levine.
Lori. Lori.
Can you need an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark.
That is incorrect.
It's the BFG, isn't it?
The BFG.
BFG. Looking for the BFG, and so Rachel Cushing, but no damage done as far as the steal goes. And we move on to your next question in the world of Spielberg movies, and it is in the film Jaws. What public holiday is Amity Island preparing for when the shark
4th of
attacks
July.
The 4th of July.
That is correct, and that is 2 points for Rachel. With that, she takes the lead over Sam Levine with 2 questions to go. Your next one is: who played Tom Hanks's second-in-charge, Sergeant Horvath, in Saving Private Ryan?
Tom Sizemore.
That's correct.
2 more points for Cushing. Not an easy question at all.
Final question in this round.
All right. Your last question is, with Peter Pan no longer in Neverland, what was the name of the lost boy who became their de facto leader in the movie Hook?
Rufio.
That is correct.
is the answer.
2 more points for Rachel Cushing. So she missed the first one, and she just decided to get the other 3 questions right off the bat.
There you go, putting the pressure on Sam as he goes for his first spin here.
All right.
Sam Levine, who watched
Good
a
thing
record.
going, Wheel.
He watched 73 animated movies in a span of 5 days.
45 animated films.
And there's the spin. Will it be animated? Here it comes, and it actually has a shot. It's going too fast. He could hit streep territory. David Fincher movies.
A lot of pressure
Could
from
have
the
a-
crowd. My friend Cobster yelling, "Do it" at him.
Could have 2 director categories here in round 2.
I'm a big
Sam
fan of
Levine.
David Fincher.
What says you?
I need an answer. Spin again or Fincher?
I'm going to take it.
He's going to take it. Fincher Films.
Gonna
4
take it
questions in this round. I will be administering these questions for the man who almost played Royal Tenenbaum, Gene Hackman's role.
That's correct.
In Royal Tenenbaums. All right. Category Fincher. First question.
Can't wait to hear it.
In Fight Club, what is the narrator's, Edward Norton's, power animal?
I believe it's a penguin.
That is correct for 2 points.
Now,
2 points.
question that seemed to physically affect Levine to hear it, he still gets the 2 points.
Who plays wealthy investment banker Nicholas Van Orton in David Fincher's The Game?
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
That's correct for 2 more points.
Michael Douglas is always good as a rich guy.
Absolutely. All right, third question out of 4 in Fincher. Who plays Brad Pitt's wife Tracy in Seven?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
That is correct for 2 more points to take a lead. All right. Who plays Jodie Foster's 11-year-old daughter
Kristen
Sarah
Stewart.
in Panic Room?
Kristen Stewart.
That is correct. 2 more points.
Wow.
What a round for Sam.
That's a perfect second round,
Levine.
Ken.
He hit those ones out of the park like Anthony Rizzo for the Chicago Cubs. All right.
Damn right, Rizzo.
So
All
it's
right.
15 to 12, Ken, as we enter into round 3. Sam Levine and Rachel Cushing both with very impressive performances in round 2. Levine obviously with the perfect round and Cushing not that far behind. They both got categories they were somewhat comfortable with,
Right.
and they really showed once again why they have made it this far.
Absolutely, but you know we are in striking distance for Rachel, and you have 3 questions to get this done.
And how you will do it is in round 3. Each competitor is going to give us up here at the answer desk a series of 3 numbers that range from 1 to 20. Those numbers all correspond to a different movie category up here. The first question is worth 2 points. Next one is 3. The final one is worth 5 points. Sam Levine, you have a 3-point lead. We need 3 numbers from you now.
6, 3, and 12.
3 and 12. And Rachel Cushing, which numbers would you like?
8, 19, and 2.
8, 19, and 2.
And 2, I will be administering the questions to Rachel. And your first question for 2 points. You picked number 8, and that corresponds to the category of action-adventure movies. And your question is, in the Jason Bourne franchise, who plays Nikki Parsons, who works at the CIA and helps Bourne on various
Julia
occasions?
Stiles.
Julia Stiles.
She is within 1 point of Sam Levine.
2 points there.
And now
19.
we stay with Cushing, and we go to number 19. Second number you selected, and that corresponds to the category of romantic comedies. The kids call them rom-coms. And your question is, who plays the woman out of Jay Baruchel's league
Alice
in the
Eve.
movie She's Out of My League?
Alice Eve. Alice Eve.
Amy Smart.
Incorrect.
We're looking for Alice Eve. Alice Eve was out of his league. And so now we go Your 5-point question.
Come on,
If you get
Rachel.
this right, you are going to have a 4-point lead on Sam Levine. If you miss it, the round is over and Sam Levine will advance to the Ultimate Schmoedown Finals. You chose number 2, and that corresponds to Pixar movies. And your question is, who provided the voice of Butch, the patriarch of the T-Rex Ranchers, in The Good Dinosaur?
Sam Elliott.
She got
That
it
is
correct.
correct. No hesitation there, Mark.
Sam Levine has his work cut out for it. Did you see
Great
the
job,
smile
Rachel.
on Rachel Cushing's
Yes.
face when she heard The
It's
Good
not a
Dinosaur?
TKO.
That's
She
right. She
knew
put
that
the
wasn't
pressure
bad.
on. All right,
Wow.
this is it. Sam, you're
Oh,
going to get
boy.
3 questions. 2, 3, 5 points. You pick first the number 6. That corresponds to the category of Jennifer Lawrence movies.
These are movies that Jennifer Lawrence is a fan of.
Yes, yes. All right. 2-point question. Who directed Jennifer Lawrence for her Oscar-nominated
David
turn
O. Russell.
in Joy?
David O. Russell. David O. Russell.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, using one of his 3 JT rules. Who directed Jennifer
David O.
Lawrence?
Russell.
Right.
He was just funning you, kid.
He was just funning around.
So now Sam Levine has a 3-point and a 5-point question. If he gets either one of them right, he will be the winner and advance to the finals.
All right, this is going to be a 3-point question in the category of directors. This could be out the director's work, or it could be the name of a director, to be clear. All right, 3-point question. Name 2 performers who have appeared in 2 or more Paul Thomas Anderson films.
William H. Macy and
Bill Murray.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
And your winner, advancing to the finals, the inglorious one.
Oh, boy. Incredible
Great win,
matchup we
Sam.
had here in the semifinals. Sam Levine coming back from having a lead and then losing it to Rachel Cushing, who had a huge 5-point answer. Sam Levine, he looks like a guy who enjoys himself. Some Paul Thomas Anderson movies, that really helped out with the win.
Absolutely, PTA coming into play there.
Yes, sir.
That was a very close 1-point deciding it there down at the end. Whew. And Sam, well, you know, he acted like he didn't have faith in himself. You gotta wonder if he did all along.
Hey, you know what? A lot of brackets probably busted not having Rachel Cushing in the finals, but one hell of a run she
Absolutely.
had this entire season. And when you look at a guy like Sam Levine, we always knew he was one of the best and brightest in here, and he came to play. So now he finds himself in a spot further than he ever advanced in last year's Ultimate Schmoedown, all the way to the finals. And now Jen Sturger has an interview with both the winner and the loser. Take it away, Jen.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? I'm Jen Sturger here with Sam Levine. Sam, hell of a match.
Oh my God. I have said this before. This time I actually mean it. I am shocked that I'm standing here in the winner's circle right now.
Really?
Yes.
How tough of a competitor was Rachel?
I mean, she forced me to bring a level of game that I did not know I could. I mean, I only missed 1 question, and it was an animated movie from, I think, the late 70s.
Shocker.
Or some nonsense like that. And I've been studying my animated, so that one really bummed me out. But I just knew how good she is, and she remains that good. And I knew I was going to need to be absolutely near perfect to have a chance against her.
I was just going to ask you, what have you been doing to prep for your animated game? Just lots of cartoons?
I watched 45 animated films in the last 6 weeks. I hate everything.
A lot of babysitting, all right?
No, I was just alone in my own home in the middle of the night eating
This is getting to be a really sad interview. So, listen,
baby carrots.
you spun David Fincher in round 2.
Yeah.
You hesitated for a second. What was that about?
You know, you never know. I don't know if anyone else has ever landed on Fincher before, so I didn't know what kind of questions they'd be asking. I mean, for all I knew, they'd be asking, you know, what page number was the Zodiac? And it's like, come on. But as it happened, they asked 4 questions that were right up the my Fincher knowledge alley, and I think that might be my first perfect round 2.
Awesome. So you've got some big matches coming up next week. You know, it's going to be a busy week for you. So 2 weeks actually. It seems like a tough gauntlet to run.
I want to tag out and let Drew McWeeny take over. I am done. I can't pull off another miracle. Honestly, they're all tough to me. So whichever one.
But you got to pick one.
I don't know.
Who do you want?
I guess everyone seems to think that JTE is pretty impressive, and I'm inclined to agree. So why stop facing the Giants now? I'll take JTE on, sure.
And your big team match you have coming up against Team Action.
Yes, that I am so looking forward to. I miss my partner, Drew. We are anxious to get together and play again, and boy, does Team Action really, boy, are they asking for it.
They love to push your buttons. Do you have any words going into that?
Just, you guys can keep flapping your lips, flap, flap, flap away, but when it all comes down to it, I don't think you have much action.
Woo!
They were fight words.
Got fired.
Rachel. What?
Nothing.
Oh, Rachel, that was a hell of a match. You know that, right?
I do. I feel really proud of how I played. Sam is a hell of a competitor. I've said that all the way through. I've also said, though, that the toughest thing to do is to get a question wrong that you know. And I knew the BFG question, and I could have at least forced him to go to his 5-pointer, but that's playing What If, which is a dangerous game to play when you're playing the Schmoedown, so, I'll move on, but
It's like we say, anything can happen under those lights out there. Things that you know, like the back of your hand, just suddenly escape you. Is that kind of what went wrong?
Yeah, and that's clearly happened to me in the past in the Schmoedown, and I had been able to sort of kick that habit for my last 2 matches. I've gotten better, I've gotten more confident, and it hasn't happened as often, so it kind of sucks that it came back to haunt me again today, but I know that it happens to everybody. The best players have their brain fart moments, and, that's part of the game, and all we can do is move on and learn from it.
Thoughts on your competitor, Sam Levine?
Yes. I love the man. He's a sweetheart. He's a hell of a player. I'm happy to lose to somebody that I'm excited to see move on, to go all the way. And, he's not a heel. He's not a jerk. He's none of those things. So, I love the good guy competitors in this league, and I count him as one. So my hat is off to him for this really great win.
Now, you do have the Inner Geekdom 4-Way coming up in 2 weeks.
Yes, I'm not out of the year yet.
You can still show up at Spectacular.
Absolutely, that is my goal for sure. And as you guys know, the Inner Geekdoms, that's my league. That's where I tend to shine. And I'm not gonna underestimate anybody. There's still an Emma Jason match to go, and we'll see who wins that. And then there's the 4-way between the winner of that, myself, Jay, and Coy. But I'm feeling good, and believe me, I'll be ready.
Can't wait to see what you come up with. But I've got to bring up, while I've got you here, any updates on Nerds Watch?
Unfortunately, not yet. Here's the thing, I'm giving Ken his space, and I think that he deserves that. We had a hell of a run, and those 2 losses in a row hit us both hard, and I totally understand that feeling of losing your smile, and I want him to find it however he does. I'm willing to give him the space to do that, but he knows I'm waiting, and the Nerds Watch is not dead. If he wants to come back, I will have him open arms, and we will, tear this league up next season.
Awesome. I love that. Love that so much. Rachel, good luck in the Inner Geekdom.
Thank you.
I'm sure we have not seen the last of you.
Absolutely not.
Back to you guys.
And you see right there, look, we talked about the class that they approached this matchup with, given all the pressure, the excitement of the moment, and I think that they showed again what classy sportsmen both are. Sportsman, sportswoman, Sam Levine, Rachel Cushing.
Absolutely. And you see Sam, he is awaiting the winner of the JTE Kalinowski matchup there. And you see his thoughts on both JTE, Little Evil, and KO Kalinowski there. You see what he's thinking about, where he's going with that. And Rachel Cushing talking about what a immense tournament performance she's had. She knows what this means. She has arrived. Tough loss late in the game. That's what happens sometimes, but she is here. She knew it all along. Now the fans know it. You can see that's what she's talking about.
That's right, and it doesn't matter who is going up against Rachel Cushing. Even if you've never been in a movie, she will find home movies of you and destroy the DVD right before a match. She's intimidating. Sam Levine, he's the one that's going to be moving on to the final.
Right, and you've got the match this Friday with JT versus Mike, KO Kalinowski, Little Evil versus KO, and the winner winner of that will face Sam Levine in the finals after that. A lot riding on that one there.
It was a good one, my friend, and you guys can join the conversation right now. The Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page. Don't forget to check out the Schmoedown Rundown on iTunes every week. And, of course, check out the new Movie Trivia Schmoedown app. Even Ken knows how to use it. Now you guys can participate in the action, create a league, play against your friends, play against some of your favorite competitors as your favorite competitors. It's all there, the Movie Trivia Schmoedown app. Oh, I'm Mark Ellis.
I'm Ken Apsock, and now for some more on this match day, here's some stats and stories with Frank Janish.
Frankie Numbers!
What's up, everyone? Frank from the Rundown, and we have our first finalist of the tournament as Sam Levine defeats Rachel Cushing 20-19. Now, this was as heated as a first round gets. Sammy had his best first round in singles play by answering 7 of the 8 questions. His round 1 performance is the 10th best this season among players with 2 or more matches. And despite trailing by 1 point at the end of this round, Rachel's performance in the first round is second best this season. She's answering nearly 82% of her first round questions. Now, the second round wasn't really any different. Rachel went 3 for 4, while Sam, he went a perfect 4 for 4 without going to multiple choice. This has only been the 6th time this has been accomplished this season, and it's the first time it's happened in the tournament. Now in the third round, trailing by 3, this is where Rachel made her stand by being able to answer her 2 and 5 point question to force it back to Sam. Now Sam is a combined 11 of 18 when answering his first and second questions in the third round. You have to go all the way back to last year's tournament match against Mark Ellis when Sam was able to answer both his first and second questions in the third round, because that's what he did here against Rachel, and by doing so, secured his spot in the final, awaiting the winner of JTE Kalinowski. Now let's go inside the numbers on this match. Starting with Rachel Cushing, she answered 11 out of 15 questions correct for an accuracy rate of 73%. Now, despite losing this match and not being able to go 4-0, we should note that her 4-match run is something like we've never seen before in the Schmoedown for someone to start their career. Through 4 matches, she's answering nearly 85% of her questions correct. Not even the great Dan Merle did that in his first 4 matches. Throughout his first 4 matches, Dan answered just a hair under 80%. So despite losing this match, Rachel Cushing's future is very, very bright going forward. As we turn our attention back to the winner, Sam Levine, you can see he answered 13 out of 15 questions for an accuracy rate of nearly 87% here, although he was 0 for 1 on his steal opportunity. Now, by earning the victory today, that means he now has a 3-game winning streak, and that 3-game winning streak ranks 10th best of all time, and he became the 11th player to do so in Schmoedown history. And speaking of history, let's take a look at what Sam Levine did here and how it ranks amongst all their tournament performances. As you can see, it ranks 7th best of all time, and it's the 4th best one this tournament has seen. So a very impressive showing from Sam to get his name on this list amongst other great performances. But when we look at this match as a whole, it is one of the 10 best accurate matches of all time. Combined, Rachel and Sam, they answered 24 of 30 questions, which is an 80% accuracy rate. And again, that puts them at number 10, just below Parloff versus Bibiani. And once again, here's that fun stat we looked at, the all-time point leaders. Sam has crept up this chart to number 5 by earning 161 points through 10 matches. You can see that's actually 3 matches fewer than what JTE has done by earning 161 points himself. But yet, he still has his semifinal match to go, so where he ends up after that match remains to be seen. If you need more stats and info on your favorite players and teams, go follow SD Rundown Stats on Twitter for more. And if you want to listen to a full breakdown and analysis of this and every other match, be sure to check out the Schmoedown Rundown podcast every week on the SK Plus YouTube channel, as well as on the Schmoes Know podcast feed on iTunes. All right, That's going to do it for your post-match Schmoedown breakdown.
Well, that's another Schmoedown reaction for you. Great win to Sam. Much respect to you, brah. You deserve that victory. And to the crusher, Rachel Cushing, you tried your best. It was still a great effort. And I got a good feeling you're going to take that fatal four-way in the inner geekdom in a couple weeks. So keep your head up, and best luck to you next time. So this is your boy C-Dub, Chris Woodburn. Until next time, peace.